Shalom to everybody online. Right. Shalom, shalom. All right, shalom family online. Hope everybody's having a beautiful night. Tonight is the Lord's Feast of Tabernacles. We just came off of the Day of Atonement, where all of Israel was required to fast and atone for their sins to the Lord. We just came off of the... that. There you go. So, how was everybody's atonement?
Great.
Everybody good?
Yep.
So everybody got fasted in, right? Didn't eat, put that fast in, right? Now we're gonna eat some good food tonight, right? We're gonna drink some good drink tonight, and we're gonna be in the spirit of the Most High, right? Praise it. I don't know about y'all, but I look forward to the feast of the Lord, man. I get excited. Hey, because back in the world when we was chitlin eating, you know what I'm saying, pork eating, finger good looking with the gumbo and all of that, I was turning up for Thanksgiving. When we was eating the ham and the honey baked ham. Who used to eat that honey baked ham? None of y'all better lie. Everybody used to eat that honey baked ham. The turkey was dry. You know what I'm saying? We left the turkey, but that honey baked ham, boy, I'll eat with that stuffing. Yeah, we was eating it, and we took pride in those days. So we're now that we got the understanding that the Most High gave us holy days, why can't we have that same pride in them? And just to know that the Most High God is doing the same thing in the kingdom of heaven. Y'all know that, right? Y'all think that we just celebrating on earth? Most High is right with us celebrating. Most High said, look, you doing the same thing that I'm doing in my kingdom, right? And every feast day, the beautiful thing about the feast days is every feast day has a meaning. Like, we just did Thanksgiving. Nobody even knew what Thanksgiving really meant. You know, we just did it. You know, we just kept regular little so-called holidays. With these days, it's a spiritual representation of what it's supposed to, that has a meaning behind it, a spiritual meaning behind it, and a great meaning at that, and a rich culture as well. You understand? So who knows about tabernacles? What is a tabernacle? Can anybody tell me that? What is a tabernacle? A building? Okay. Yeah. Holy building. Okay. All right. Kind of, sort of, yeah. You know, you hear rappers a lot of times, they like to rap and then say the word tabernacle. You know, them deep rappers. You know, you know what I'm saying? That's what so, you know, talk about the tabernacle. But what actually is a tabernacle? So, building. Who else? Who wants to take another crack at it? What is a tabernacle? A temple. Okay. Temple. A dwelling. Okay.
Church.
A church. What? A tent. Con. Can we get a con? Con. The little one. A tent. Absolutely. It is a tent. What are we supposed to dwell in for the next 7 days? Booths. Tents, right? Everybody got their tabernacle ready? Yeah. All right. I hope everybody got their tabernacle ready. If you don't got it ready, make sure you get that ready. For 7 days, we are supposed to dwell in booths or tents. We're going to get the scriptures, right? Let's get Leviticus 23:34. All right. Let's get Leviticus 23. Let's learn about the Lord's Feast of Tabernacles. And for all of you guys that's online and don't know what Tabernacles is all about, today, through the spirit of the Mashiach, we hope that you can get a clear understanding of Tabernacles. All right, so stay tuned. It's going to be a lot of good edification. All right, so let's read that.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 34. Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, the 15th day of the 7th month shall be the Feast of Tabernacles for 7 days unto the Most High.
Now, it's 7 days until who? Until Ratazan? Until Iram? This is 7 days unto the Most High. Okay, read it again.
From the top, verse 34. Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, the 15th day of the 7th month shall the Feast of Tabernacles, of the 7th month shall the Feast of Tabernacles for the 7 days unto the Most High.
Right, so we're supposed to, it's 7 days, right? 7 days, but actually it's a total of 8 days, but 7 days we're supposed to live or dwell in booths. Let's get that, read.
Verse 35. On the first day shall be a holy convocation.
So the first day is a holy convocation. Are we having a holy convocation? So what does that mean? Holy convocation, the first day, can you work? All right, so everybody know they called off for tomorrow, right? If you got the night shift, you called off tonight, right? Okay, no working, right? Let's read.
You should do no servile work.
You should do no what?
Servile work.
A little bit of work?
No servile work.
No servile work. This is a holy convocation, right? Read.
7 days ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Most High. On the 8th day shall be a holy convocation unto you.
So on the 1st and the 8th day, so there's a total of 8 days for tabernacle. Okay, for 7 days, we're going to get it. For 7 days, we dwell in booths. And on that last great day is the 8th day. We're supposed to have another holy convocation. So the 1st day and the 8th day is a holy convocation. So 8 days from now, all right, or 7, however you want to look at it, we're going to have another holy convocation to close out the Feast of Tabernacles. Read.
And holy convocation unto you, and ye shall offer offering made by fire unto the Most High Yahweh. It is a solemn assembly, and ye shall do no servile work therein. So
it is a solemn assembly, and we shall do no servile work on the 8th day and on the 1st day. So today's the 1st day, and then on the 8th day, we are not supposed to do any work. Okay, it is a holy convocation. Okay, let's skip down and let's read verse 39. Actually, let's keep reading.
Verse 37. These are the feasts of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocation, to offer an offering made by fire unto the Most High, a burnt offering, a meat offering, a sacrifice, and a drink offering. Everything.
Let's skip down. Let's skip down. Let's read verse 39.
Verse 39. Also in the 15th day of the 7th month, when ye have gathered in the fruit of the land, ye shall keep a feast unto the Lord 7 days. On the 1st day shall be a Sabbath, and on the 8th day shall be a Sabbath.
Right. So the 1st day and the 8th day, you know, the Most High, he got to keep saying stuff over and over for Israel. Israel hard-headed. You understand what I'm saying? And we don't pay attention. So the Most High, he like, I got to keep telling you. On the 1st day is holy convocation. On the 8th day is holy convocation. He going to keep reiterating it. Matter of fact, he got 5 other books or 4 other books talking about saying the same thing. All right, because he wants you to understand that it is a holy convocation on the 1st and the last day. Read.
Verse 40. And ye shall take you of the 1st day the boughs of goodly trees, branches of palm trees, and the boughs of fig trees, and willows of the brook, and ye shall rejoice before the Lord your power 7 days. So
now, in a better world, when we was back in our land, guess what? We turned up all 7 days. We was partying all 7. Y'all talk about turn up. You ain't been to a turn up until you went to an Israelite turn up. And I'm not talking about this in captivity. I'm talking about in our land. We was turning up all 7 days. We was having a party. Now the holy convocations was the 1st and the last, but the whole feast we was turning up. We was having a good time. All right, that's how Israel like to do. Don't we like to have a good time? And we like that good yan back there. We like to eat real good, right? The Most High, he know his people. It's just now we doing it in wickedness. But it feels good to be able to do it in righteousness, right? But he said 7 days, all right, we rejoice before the Lord, right? Before who though? The Lord. So whose days are these? It's not my days. It's not his days. It's not nobody's days in here. These are the Lord's days. All right, watch this, read.
Verse 41, ye shall keep it a feast unto the Most High 7 days in the year. It shall be a statute forever in your generation.
For how long?
Forever.
It says forever. Well, we ain't gonna keep it no more. What did it say?
Forever.
It said forever. All right. It was a movie where a boy was like forever. You know, you keep forever. All right. It's never going to end. All right. Read. And we're going to get that it's going to be forever too. Even further. Read.
Forever in your generations. You should celebrate it in the 7th month.
Read.
You should dwell in booths 7 days.
You should dwell in what?
In booths 7 days.
Booths. What's another word for booths? Go back in there. Go back in there. All right. What's another word for booths? Tents. So what are we supposed to dwell in? Tents. Right. We'll get some more of that. Read.
All that are Israelites born shall dwell in booths.
So all that are who?
Israelites born.
So if you're an Israelite, where you supposed to dwell at? You're supposed to dwell in a tent. All right. All that are Israelites. So it's not, oh, well, I don't know at all. I'm sorry, I don't want to dwell in tents. And it get hot in the tent. And it's been hot, huh? It's been like almost 100 degrees, huh? Well, guess what? You're going to be sweating in that booth. All right. You're sweating in that booth. All right. Get you a fan. Put a fan right by the entrance. You understand what I'm saying? Most when you want to watch TV, go in your tent, sitting there. You know, if it's in your room, get in your tent, you know, watch the TV, you know, we're going to set it up to where you dwelling in your tent. You understand what I'm saying? It was coronavirus, so we couldn't do it, but we normally go camping. All right. And it's fun. We go camping. And how many brothers ever been camping? We are. Hopefully next year. Yeah, we got to get brothers out the city. Man, brothers are city boys for sure. D, I know my, you been camping? All right. I could tell y'all from the city. Never been camping. Who else been camping here? Sisters? Anybody? Okay. Now, camping is fun. All right. And next year, Most High willing, we'll be able to camp. You know, but the Most High had other plans. The coronavirus, it was hard to get a spot. But that will be something that's an event for next year. But normally we do it every year, right? So let's keep reading.
Verse 43. That your generations may know that I made the children of Israel dwell in booths when I brought them out of the land of Egypt.
So what do we do this in representation of what? In representation of what? That the Most High can show us so we won't forget that where did we dwell when we left Egypt? Tents. And where did our forefathers dwell before they had the land of Israel? Tents. We were nomadic people. Anybody know what the word nomadic means? Place to place, right? Our forefathers traveled from place to place. They were nomads or nomadic people, right? So what did they pack their tent down, put it down, and they traveled. Now, some people might think they had some little weak tents. No, they had the jiriest tents. We don't read top-notch tents, big ones. You know, the little tents we got, the wind hit it and it blow away. The tents they got ain't going nowhere. All right, so our forefathers had luxurious tents. And we're going to see that, right? They wasn't just bumming it. They had good tents. Tents that was made with gold. You understand what I'm saying? Badger skin and all type of fine furs. You understand what I'm saying? These are the tents that they had. Y'all ever seen a movie, like one of them Middle East movies, like Prince of Persia, or what's that one movie, 300? Remember when the dude that had the piercings was in that tent? His tent was luxurious, and the dude with the little hunchback went in there. That's the tents they had. They had some good tents. All right, it wasn't like no weak tents, right? So let's keep reading.
Verse 43 from the top. That your generations may know that I made the children of Israel to dwell in booths when I brought them out of the land of Egypt. I am the Most High your power. And Moses declared unto the children of Israel the feast of the Lord.
So this is a feast of the Lord, right? That is declared within the nation of Israel because this is what our people did. Our people were nomadic people, and our people dwelt in tents and booths. Right, and it represents when we left Egypt. But at the end of this class, you're going to understand that it represents a little bit more under Christ, right? Because Christ gives us a complete understanding of why we dwell in tents. All right. So first, I want to give you the understanding of what our forefathers understood, and then with Christ coming into the picture, I'm going to give you the understanding of Christ fulfilling. Right, every feast day is fulfilled through the Mashiach, right? Yahweh Shai. Y'all better put some respect on Yahweh Shai's name. All you non-Masonics out there, you're going to get the sword. All right. Yahweh Shai is the king, right? We believers of the way. We respect him. John 14:6. We're going to show you through Yahweh Shai and the power of the Mashiach while we keep this day. Okay, through Christ. All right. So let's get Nehemiah 8. I think this is Numbers 8 and 17. All right, y'all good? All right, Numbers 8 and let me see if this is the one I want. Yes, Nehemiah. Yes, I'm sorry. Salakia. Nehemiah. Yes, Nehemiah. I was right the first time. 8 and 17.
Book of Nehemiah, chapter 8, verse 17. And all the congregation of them that were come again out of the captivity made booths and sat under the booths.
Mm-hmm.
For since the days of Jeshua, the son of Nun, unto that day had not the children of Israel done so.
Mm-hmm.
And there was very great gladness.
Mm-hmm.
Also, day by day, from the first day unto the last, he read in the book of the law of the Most High, and kept the feast 7 days. And on the 8th day was a solemn assembly according to.
So what day is they talking about? Tabernacles. This is talking specifically dealing with tabernacles. All right. So they kept the feast for 7 days, and then on the 8th day was a what? Holy convocation, a solemn assembly. Okay. Nehemiah 8 and 17. Yeah, con. So Nehemiah 8 and 17. So let's read it one more time for the top.
Nehemiah chapter 8, verse 17. And all the congregation of them that were come again out of the captivity made booths, and sat under the booths from since the day of Joshua.
Now, who was Joshua? Who was Joshua? Anybody know who Joshua is? I got to start reading your Bible then. Joshua took over after who? Moses. All right. So this is what they did, right? Read.
The days of Jeshua, the son of Nun, unto that day have not the children of Israel done so. And there was very great gladness. Also, day by day, from the first unto the last, he read in the book of the law of the Most High. And they kept the feast 7 days. And on the 8th day was a solemn assembly according to the manner.
So is it something our forefathers kept? Absolutely. And it's something that we kept. And we keep today. All right. So our forefathers did this. All right. The Feast of Tabernacles, they kept this. All right. So let's go from there and let's get John 7 and 2. Did Christ keep the Feast of Tabernacles? I'm a good Christian. I love my Jesus. My Jesus. Nobody can talk about the sweet name Jesus. And as long as I got my Jesus, well, did you keep what Jesus kept? Did Jesus keep Thanksgiving? Or did he keep tabernacles? Did Jesus keep Christmas? Or did he keep tabernacles? Well, then you must not love sweet Jesus too much. Because sweet Jesus kept tabernacles. Let's see what the gospel say. Let's read that. John.
Yeah, verse 1 for context.
You can read verse 1 for context. Come.
John chapter 7 from the top. After these things, Yahushua walked in Galilee. Yahushua walked in Galilee.
And for all you good Christians out there, Jesus, right? You got some of them Christians. Who is this Yahushua? They don't know the Hebrew. Jesus, right? Or Yahushua, he did what?
He walked in Galilee.
Uh-huh.
For he would not walk in Jewry because of the Jews sought to kill him.
Uh-huh.
Now the Jews' Feast of Tabernacle was at hand.
The what?
The Jews' Feast of Tabernacle was at hand.
Tabernacles was at hand. Uh-oh. Look at that. What was they keeping in the Gospels? Tabernacles. Let's read that. Go down. Let's get to verse 37.
Verse 37. In the last day.
And what's that last day we've been talking about, brothers? The Holy Convocation. On that first day, you have what? Holy Convocation. And on the 8th great day, you have what? A Holy Convocation. So now you see in 7 verse 1 and 2, Yahushua was beginning tabernacles. Right now, verse 37 says, what, read?
On the top. In that last day, that great day of the feast.
Of the feast, what, read?
Yahushua stood and cried.
Who was there keeping the feast? Yahushua. Read.
Yahushua stood and cried, saying, if any man thirst, let him come unto me and drink. He that believeth on me, as the scriptures have said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water.
Right, but we see Christ did this all in the name of the Feast of what? Tabernacles. So what was he doing? He was feasting. Cried out. That means he was, see, somebody might think when he did this, when brothers was feasting and eating, he stood up like, don't forget that this day is about who? Me. So everybody, can y'all imagine y'all eating, y'all feasting, y'all drinking, y'all feasting? He's like, and did he stand up? And he say, if anybody be hungry, if anybody come eat on me, he letting them know that this is about me. You're gonna find out that Tabernacles is about Christ. Go ahead.
I just want to paint a picture to y'all. Like, I don't know if y'all caught it. His life was on the line. Y'all know that, right? Like the Jews sought to kill him, right? And nevertheless, he disregarded that and still made sure he made the feast. Put his life on the line. You know, we can't even call off of work, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? How was Shai put his life on the line? He had to run out of here after this. When you read the rest of the story, it was a big division and a lot of schisms going on after this, and he had to slid up out of there like, all right, it ain't my time to die. But nevertheless, he put his life on the line, man. How much more, or how much less of us? And this is the king that's set on the right hand of the Most High. Man. I just want to, put that in your mind. You know what I mean?
Come. We got a lot of work to do, brothers. Christ, he put in work, and that's a true statement. And he's also letting you know, man, I'ma still eat no matter what. My life is on the line, and guess what? I'm still keeping tabernacles, the feast, right? So let's go from there. Now, watch this. Let's get Zechariah 14 and 16. This for all you brothers that tell people they don't got to keep the feast days. If anybody is telling y'all that you do not have to keep the feast days of the Lord, you better run. Get out of there. Skedaddle. Get gone. Ghost. Shun out of there. Whatever you got to do to get out of there, because that's not the spirit of Christ. That's antichrist. Because we're rehearsing the righteous acts now. And these are going to be feast days that we're going to keep in the kingdom. You going to just magically go into the kingdom and start keeping these days? But you didn't taught us that we ain't got to keep the days. Why wouldn't you keep what the Bible say keep? Is it hard to keep? Is it hard to get a tent in your house? That hard? Is it hard to sleep in your tent? No. Is it hard to make it comfortable? No. You got brothers sleeping on a tent on the street. They sleeping on a tent in the street. You can't sleep in a tent in your living room. I just don't see why. I ain't a kid. I'm playing kid games. That's the problem. You like the spirit of the Mashiach. This ain't kid games. This is a law. Go ahead. Say it again. We can't even sleep on a carpet. You understand? That's a good point. With pillows, soft pillows and a cushion probably get you a sleeping bag. You know what I'm saying? But let's read that. Watch this, Zechariah, and let's 14:16.
Zechariah chapter 14 verse 16.
Watch this, family.
And it came to pass that everyone that is left of all the nations which came against Jerusalem shall even go up year to year to worship the king.
So where they gonna go? Everybody gonna go. So what time is this, y'all? What time is this? Let's read it one more time so they can get context. Where are we at in this prophecy right here? Read it again.
Verse 16. And it shall come to pass that everyone that is left of all the nations.
It says everyone that is left of all the nations, right? Where we at in time right now? What prophecy is this? This is an end time. It's an end time prophecy. It said everybody that's left from what, Reed?
That's left of the nations which came against Jerusalem.
Right. So this is end time. It said all the nations that was left. Why did it say the nations that was left? Because he destroyed a lot. The day of the Lord came, and it was like, the nations that was left, right? Read.
Shall even go up from year to year to worship the king, the Lord of hosts, and to keep the Feast of Tabernacles.
To keep what?
To keep the Feast of Tabernacles.
They're going to keep the what in the kingdom?
The Feast of Tabernacles.
They're going to be keeping the Feast of Tabernacles in the kingdom. So, I'm going to heaven. I'm holy and sanctified. I'm going to heaven. Well, Grandma, what you think they're going to be keeping in heaven? They're going to be keeping the Feast of Tabernacles in heaven. I don't know what y'all doing all that tent stuff. That's what you're going to be doing in heaven. You're going to be keeping the Feast of Tabernacles. Watch, read.
Verse 17. And it shall be that whoso will not come up, all the families of the earth unto Jerusalem to worship the king, the Lord of hosts, even unto them shall be no rain.
The Most High going to punish him. Read.
And if the families of Egypt go not up and come not, that have no rain, there shall be the plagues wherein the Lord shall smite the heathens that come not up.
Who's going to smite the heathen?
The Lord shall smite.
The Lord going to smite the heathen. He said, I'm going to do it. He said, they don't come up to worship the Lord of hosts. Right? That's kind of like, think about it like this. When you got a king, what does a king do? He say, I need everybody in the kingdom to meet me at the White House. On this day, everybody better be around the White House. And if you're not, you're going to be put to death. King put out that decree. He's standing with all his royals and all his watchmen and all his captains and all of that. And all of the peasants in the street and all that better be there. If you ain't there, it's gonna be you're gonna have some hell to pay. That's the same thing the Most High is saying. On those days, everybody's gonna serve the Lord, right? Under us, under the Israelites. We're gonna be the priest to the rest of the nation. That's why I said we're a nation of what? What do priests do? Priests minister to the what? To the Lord. They're intercessors, right? So we're going to be a nation of priests and the intercessors, and the other nations are going to have to serve or get punished. Read.
The Lord will smite the heathens that come not up to keep the Feast of Tabernacles.
To keep the Feast of what?
Tabernacles.
We're going to be keeping the Feast of Tabernacles in the kingdom. So what that tell you we got to do right now? We got to keep the Feast of Tabernacles. And if you're a good Christian out there and you ain't reading your Bible, look, this is all in your good holy Bible. We just got out of the gospel, out of the Old Testament. We just seen Christ keep the Feast of Tabernacles, right? Con? We just read that in John. You have to keep it. And we're reading a prophecy of the kingdom of heaven where you're going to have to keep the Feast of Tabernacles. So this is not a play matter. We're going to have a good time tonight, but you got to keep these feast days and make sure you're keeping them according to what the scriptures say and take them seriously. Don't take these feasts lightly. All right. Don't take these feasts lightly. All right. Let's go from there. Let's get, hold on one second. Let's get, sorry, brothers. Deuteronomy 16:16. That's what I meant. Deuteronomy 16:16.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 16, verse 16. 3 times in a year shall all the males appear before the Most High thy power.
What are those 3 times? What 3 times a year does every male have to appear before the Most High? Brothers, which brother know this? Let's start calling them brothers. Oh, what did it say? There you go. Pentecost, all right. Passover, and you say it again? Did you say dedication? Not dedication. Tabernacle. Yeah, come on. Dedication is like tabernacles because we keep it for 8 days. Yeah, tabernacle. So say it one more time. Yeah. There you go. There you go. All right, let's read it. Verse 16.
From the top, 3 times in a year shall all the males appear before the Most High thy power in the place which he shall choose. In the Feast of Unleavened Bread.
So that's Passover, read.
And in the Feast of Weeks.
Okay, the Feast of Weeks is Pentecost, read.
And in the Feast of Tabernacles.
And in the Feast of Tabernacles. This is not an option. This is not, I'm going to make it next time. No. Every single male has to appear, from her son, the little kids. If you a male, you have to appear before the Lord. And don't give a discrepancy of age. If you are a male, you have to appear before the Lord these 3 times. Now, you got to appear before the Lord all the feasts, but these particular, you better not miss. He like, I'm making it clear. Passover, tabernacles, and first fruits, you better come and see me. Read.
And they shall not appear before the Lord empty.
So this is why we tell brothers, bring something. Bring drinks. Bring fruit. Bring cups. Bring paper plates. Bring whatever you can bring. Because the scripture says, do not appear empty-handed. This is a feast. You don't ever come to a party empty-handed. That's called what? That's hospitality, right? The Most High know good hospitality, don't you? The Most High know how to put a party together. He said, y'all better not come empty-handed. You better get that good wine. And you better not bring the weak wine, the cheap wine. You better get that good wine. Yeah, exactly. You better get that good, whatever dish you can cook, whatever's your best. I want it, the Most High, because this is the Most High's day. All right, it's Most High day. This is not anybody else's particular day. This is a day that the Lord chose. All right. So 3 times a year, right? What 3 times is that? Not dedication. First fruits, tabernacle, Passover, con. All right. Can I get a con? All right, so those are the 3 days. Those are the 3 days that we appear in my Zabak voice. Shout out to the elder. Shout out to the elder. All right. So that Passover, first fruits, tabernacles. All right. Now dedication is because dedication is supposed to be kept like tabernacles. But tabernacles is the time that we are, the Most High said in the law we're supposed to appear. All right. So let's go from there and let's get Exodus 33:7. So what exactly is a tabernacle? All right. Exodus 33.
Okay, Exodus. chapter 33,
and verse 7 through 11.
Verse 7. And Moses took the tabernacle and pitched it without the camp, afar off from the camp, and called the tabernacle of the congregation. And it came to pass that everyone which sought the Lord went out of the tabernacle of the congregation, which was without the camp. And it came to pass, when Moses went out unto the tabernacle, that all the people rose up and stood every man at his tent door.
So now you had the tabernacle of the congregation. Now, what is the tabernacle of the congregation? The tabernacle of the congregation is where the Most High dwelt. Okay, that's where the Most High dwelt. Now, everybody couldn't go to that. Okay, if you wasn't the sons of Aaron, you could not go to the tabernacle of the congregation. It was without, right? You could not be there. So everybody, when Moses went to the tabernacle of the congregation, he went to go speak to the Most High. And then everybody stood outside of their what? His tent. So the Most High had his tent, which is the tabernacle, and everybody else had their tents. Because what did we dwell in when we left Egypt? Tents or booths. Tents. So you get your tent, you set it up in your house. We're doing it the same thing. For 40 years, we dwelt in tents. All right. And the Most High dwelt in the tent as well. Right. Are called a tabernacle. Right. Read.
Verse 8. And it came to pass when Moses went out unto the tabernacle, that all the people rose up and stood every man at his tent door, and looked after Moses until he was gone into the tabernacle. And it came to pass, as Moses entered into the tabernacle, the cloudy pillar descended and stood at the door of the tabernacle.
So when Moses went into the tabernacle of the Most High, because who dwelt in the tabernacle? The Most High did. The Most High had a cloud to descend on the tabernacle to speak to Moses. So can you imagine y'all all around the tabernacle of the congregation, which is where the Lord is, and you see Moses? Y'all like, oh, Moses. It was a big thing. Moses is about to go to the Lord. Everybody go outside. They looking. Moses go in there. You see a cloud descend on that tabernacle. That means the Most High was about to get ready to speak. And it was a scary thing too, because you don't know if the Lord is mad. You don't know if it's sin in the camp. You don't know what the Most High about to say. So it was a big deal. You understand what I'm saying? You don't know. You know, somebody could have did some sin in the camp, and the Most High, like, I gotta tell you something, Moses. Somebody didn't got some sin in the camp. Y'all heard what happened to when I forgot the brother. Yeah, it was Joshua during the time of Joshua. I forgot the brother's name that stole the Babylonian garment.
Yeah, he had to get put to death.
Yeah, Most High said, his whole family. Whole family. So the Most High gonna, whether good or bad, Most High gonna communicate with you. And that's a scary thing, to communicate with the Lord, because you don't know. So everybody will watch Moses go to the tabernacle outside of their tabernacle, which is their tent. All right, y'all get it? Let's keep reading. Watch this.
One minute, verse 9.
Yeah.
And it came to pass, as Moses entered into the tabernacle, the cloudy pillar descended and stood at the door of the tabernacle, and the Most High talked with Moses. And all the people saw the cloudy pillar stand at the tabernacle door, and all the people rose up and worshiped, every man in his tent door.
Read.
Verse 11. And the Lord spake unto Moses face to face, as a man speaketh unto his friend. And he turned again into the camp, but his servant Joshua, the son of Nun, a young man, departed not out of the tabernacle.
You see that? So the Most High Moses went to the tabernacle to talk to the Most High. Okay, so this is where the Most High dwelt. Now pay attention to this, because I'm going to give you the importance of why we keep the Feast of Tabernacles and the importance of Christ, the correlation between Christ and the Feast of Tabernacles. Okay, so the Most High dwelt in the tabernacle, right? So let's go from there. Let's get Numbers 1 and 47. Numbers chapter 1.
The book of Numbers chapter 1 verse 47. But the Levites after the tribes of their fathers.
So the Levites after the tribes of their who?
Of their fathers.
12 tribe chart.
After their fathers.
Fathers. All right. You are not an Israelite. Or you are not a part of not an Israelite. You are not a part of a specific tribe, right? If you cannot prove it and show your fathers, you cannot say I'm a Levite. Like if we all went back in time and we had some of the brothers that called themselves Levites go to the Levites and say I'm a Levite, they'll be like, where's your records? And if you cannot show your fathers, they're going to say, get away from here. We're not going to say you're not an Israelite. We've seen that in history. What history was that?
There's an example of that in the Bible. This guy wasn't able to prove his lineage through his father, and so they wouldn't allow him to be.
He was polluted from the priesthood.
Turn him away.
Right. Right, in the book of Nehemiah, okay, the book of Ezra. All right, there was polluted from the priesthood. So only the sons of Aaron could go into the temple and the tabernacle. Let's read that again.
Numbers chapter 1, verse 47. But the Levites, after the tribe of their fathers, were not numbered among them. For the Lord had spoken unto Moses, saying, Only thou shalt not number the tribe of Levi, neither take the sons of them among the children of Israel, but thou shalt appoint the Levites over the tabernacle of the testimony, and over all the vessels thereof, and over all the things that belong to it, that they shall bear the tabernacle and all the vessels thereof, and they shall minister unto it, and shall encamp round about the tabernacle.
So who was the only ones that can go into the tabernacle? The Levites. Now that's important. That's very important. Don't forget that. The Levites, which were the priests, were the only ones that can go into the tabernacle. Okay, read.
Verse 51. And when the tabernacle set it forward, the Levites shall take it down, and when the tabernacle is to be pitched, the Levites shall set it up.
Right. So when the tabernacle is supposed to be taken down, the Levites got to do it. You can't be like, hey, I want to help. No, the Levites take it down. The Levites put it up. This is the Lord's tabernacle we're talking about. We're not talking about your tent. We're talking about the Lord's tent. And the Lord's tent is a special tent. You understand? You can't even touch that. We're going to get a scripture. If you even walk near it, you can put to death. All right. The Lord wasn't playing with his tabernacle. All right. Let's read.
And the stranger that cometh nigh shall be put to death.
You see that? Says the stranger that comes near this tent, anybody that I do not recognize as the seed of Aaron that come to this tent is going to be is what?
Put to death.
It's going to be put to death, right? Read.
Verse 52. And the children of Israel shall pitch their tent, every man by his own camp.
So where did we live? We lived around in our tents, right? Read.
Every man in his own camp, and every man in his own standard throughout their host. But the Levites shall pitch around the tabernacle of the testimony, that there be no wrath upon the congregation of the children of Israel, and the Levites shall keep the charge of the tabernacle of the testimony. And the children of Israel did according to all that the Lord commanded Moses, so did they.
So the whole nation of Israel camped outside of the tabernacle, and the sons of Aaron were the only ones that can go inside and minister into the tabernacle. So let me show y'all a picture of that, right?
In the middle of the
Let me share my screen. Con.
they were in the middle, right?
Yes, they were in the middle, absolutely. All right, let me give y'all a visual of this. All right. Give y'all a visual. It's always good to have visuals. Where's that one that Ron said he like? This one hard too, though. Yeah, this one hard too, but I'm gonna go to that one you like.
So why are you looking it up?
Y'all see that? It's gonna come up. What was your question?
I was gonna say, so why are you looking up the definitions to the tabernacle as a dwelling place of the Most High?
Con, it's a dwelling place. Yes, all of that was correct. It's a dwelling place. It's a temple. It's a tent. It's all of that of the Most High. Con, you see this image right here? This is what it was. This is how it looked. So you see everybody camped around about it. I see that, and this, and then you see where this right here. This is the tabernacle of the Most High God right here. This is where the priests were. All right. Now inside of there, where we're going to read, you had a situation where you had the holy veil, the holies of holies. Only Aaron's sons, right, could go into there. Okay. Aaron's sons specifically, not just from the tribe of Levi, Aaron's sons specifically, the high priest. All right. So only the high priest can go into the holies of holies. Let me see if I could get a picture of that. Y'all see that?
Yeah.
This is how it would look when you went in there. All right. So you see the menorah, you see the candlestick. All right. You see the cherubim, you see the Ark of the Covenant right here.
That's what Aaron would go during the atonement. He would go into the tabernacle.
Con, he would go into the tabernacle on atonement. Con.
Himself first and his family.
Yes.
And then he would address the rest of Israel.
Con. Oh, in here. You see the veil?
Yeah.
All right. This is the holy place. This is where the Lord is at. All right. So everybody else is outside of this. And when you get in there, you see all the holy things. You know, we're going to get into the holy things that are within the tabernacle. Okay. It's going to show up. I know it's a little slow. It's going to show up so you guys can see it.
What is that stuff encompassing the tabernacle?
Which one?
Those little white looking like things around. Like, look, it looks like a fence.
It's a little slow. I'm sorry, I'm gonna show y'all. This is what I was talking about right here. So I don't go. Yeah, you see the Ark of the Covenant? All right, y'all see the 7 candlestick? All right, so this is where the Holy of Holy place is, okay? Only Aaron's son could go in this place. All right, and this is his tent. This is his tabernacle. All right, and you had all the gold and everything that was put in there and sacred, the oils, the incense, everything was done in this very room, which is the tent inside the tabernacle. All right, everybody get it? I know it was a little slow, so I just want to make sure everybody's seen that was in. All right, so this is what it was like. All right, that's what it was like.
Let me address the brother.
Go ahead.
Hey, brother, Jared Gardner, go ahead and email us, man. I know you got a lot of questions. The brother is going through a lesson. We not ignoring your questions. Email us, believersoftheway144k@gmail. Believersoftheway144k@gmail. We'll get in contact with you.
Con. All right, so everybody clear on that? That's how it was, okay? That's how it looked inside that tabernacle. Did we read all the way to 54?
No.
Okay, let's keep reading.
Verse 53. But the Levites shall pitch round about the tabernacle of the testimony, that there be no wrath upon the children of Israel, upon the congregation of the children of Israel. And the Levites shall keep the charge of the tabernacle of the testimony. And the children of Israel did according to all that the Lord commanded Moses, so did they.
Con. So let's go from there. Now, you guys write down Exodus 26, 27, and 28. All right. That's all dealing with the ordinances of the tabernacle. All right. Exodus 26, 27, and 28. All right. Those 3 chapters are dealing with the tabernacle, the ordinance of it, what's inside of it. You know, if you guys want a more extensive look on how the tabernacle was kept up, okay? Those 3 chapters. So for the sake of time, we're not going to go there, but we're going to go Exodus 25 and 8. Let's get Exodus 25 and 8. Exodus 25 and 8.
Book of Exodus chapter 25, verse 8. It says, and let them make me a sanctuary, that I may dwell among them, according to all that I showed thee, after the patterns of the tabernacle and the patterns of all the instruments thereof, even so shall ye make it.
Right. So the Most High God said they got to make a tabernacle for me, right? Of the instruments that I tell you and how I tell you to make it, you better make it, right? Read.
Verse 10. And they shall make an ark of shittim wood, 2 cubits and a half.
Okay, that's it from there. So the Most High said he wanted to dwell among us in a tabernacle, right? Did you read verse 8? You read verse 8, right? Yeah, come. So he said, I want them to dwell, I want to dwell among you in a sanctuary, and in that sanctuary, right, is going to be a tabernacle that covers it, okay, or a tent. Let's go from there and let's get Exodus 31 and 7. Let's get what's inside of the tabernacle now. I want everybody to understand what a tabernacle is, all right? Tabernacle is a very, very, very holy place.
Exodus chapter 31, verse 7. The tabernacle of the congregation and the ark of the testimony and the mercy seat that is thereupon.
So wait, read it one more time. What was in there?
Verse 7. The tabernacle of the congregation.
So the tabernacle of the congregation is that, remember I showed you guys the tents around that one big tent? That's where the Most High is at. And what's in there?
And the ark of the testimony.
So the ark of the testimony, what's the ark of the testimony? The 10 commandments, the covenant. All right, the ark of the testimony. Those are the commandments. All right, read.
And the mercy seat that is thereupon.
Right, the mercy seat is where you will have the ark of the covenant, then the angels, the cherubim. Okay, that will be the mercy seat. All right, read.
And all the furniture of the tabernacle.
And all the furniture of the tabernacle. So let's keep reading, read.
And the table and his furniture.
So this is what was in there. So when you went in there was furniture in there. There's a table in there, right? Read.
And the pure candlestick.
It was that gold candlestick. Now we have one right here, but this is not it was a pure gold candlestick. Now,
not plated, huh?
Nah, hell no. You know, so, and it was big. It probably was my height. Now y'all might be like, that's still short. But imagine how much gold you have to have a candlestick that's big, that's probably my height or a little taller. And imagine how heavy that is. Y'all talk about gold, we go. Nah, Most High said gold. You ain't seen gold. I have gold. Y'all don't have gold. You understand what I'm saying? my gold is pure gold, right? That's what he had in the temple. It was decked out. It wasn't like no regular. Like I don't know what people think when they think like the temple or the Most High. Like they think Catholic Church. Right. Do not think Catholic Church. No, do not think Catholic Church. The Most High God had gold. It was decked out when you went in there. That's why. Why do you think every time they ransacked the temple, they always went where? I mean, when they ransacked Jerusalem, they always went where? To the temple. They was like, we about to go to the temple and get all that gold and stuff in there. That was like a pride. And you know, the king, anytime they defeated Jerusalem, they would take those precious things and put it in the court of the king, like the king of Babylon and all the kings that took over. They would keep those things.
As a little museum.
Yeah. This. Come on, go ahead. Come on. Oh yeah, drink all that, defilement, all that. You know. So Most High has some beautiful stuff in here. Read.
Shalakia, verse 8, and the table and the furniture and the pure candlestick with all his furniture and all the altar of incense and the altar of burnt offerings with all his furniture and the laver and his foot.
So it smelled good in there. So y'all might think burnt offering. Some of y'all might not understand. Or what does a burnt offering smell like? Does it stink? No. A burnt offering is cooking. Y'all ever smelt some fried chicken cooking or some type of food barbecuing or something like that? That's what was it's sweet savor. So when you went in there, it didn't stink. It smelled good. Somebody was cooking that good old lamb. And then it said it had what in there? Read.
Shalakia, verse 10. And the cloths of service and the holy garments for Aaron the priest and the garments of his sons to minister in the priest's office and the anointing oil and the sweet incense.
And it had sweet incense, had anointing oil. What do you use anointing oil for? To cleanse yourself. So it was clean. You know, you wash yourself, cleanse yourself, right? Had anointing oil in there, had sweet frankincense and myrrh, had incense, sweet incense in there, so sweet smells. So not only did it have good food in there, but it had sweet smells in there. You understand what I'm saying? So it was a good smelling place. When you went in there, you felt it's holy. It was like, it is holy. This is a holy place. You understand what I'm saying? Read.
I'll read it again, verse 11. And the anointing oil and the sweet incense for the holy place, according to all that I have commanded thee, shall they do.
Right. So let's go. Let's get some of these these sweet smells that he liked. Let's get verse 30 and let's read verse 34.
In the same chapter?
Yeah. No, 30. Go to chapter 30, Exodus chapter 30, verse 34. Let's read that. I want you guys to get the sweet smells.
Exodus chapter 30, verse 34. And the Lord said unto Moses, take unto thee sweet spices, steak, and asha, and galbanum.
Now these, if you look these up, these are spices, herbs, right? That are sweet smells, right? Most High said, I got some sweet smells for you, right? What else he have in there? Read.
These sweet spices with pure frankincense.
So y'all smelled that I was burning earlier? That's that frankincense, right? It said that pure frankincense. Read.
Of each shall there be a light weight.
Read.
And thou shalt make it a perfume.
He said, thou shalt make it a perfume. So the concoction, and they used to spray it, make the temple smell good. So when you went in that tabernacle, you was like, ooh, it smell good in here. They got the food cooking up here. Because you know, Aaron used to take part of the burnt offering. A burnt offering is just cooking. It's food. You're cooking food and you offer the fattened things to the Lord, and he likes to smell, and then you eat the rest. Aaron and his sons would eat the rest. So it was cooking in there. You understand what I'm saying? So the Most High had it going on in there. You couldn't be just anybody going in. You went in there, only the eyes of the Aaron sons could lay up holding it. You gotta read it. What is it? Yeah, all of that offering. Any offering was in the temple. Yeah, he used to fry chicken. For all y'all that don't know, the Most High like fried chicken. Go ahead, read it. Bring it up. Read it loud so they can hear you online.
Leviticus chapter 2, verse 7. And if thy obligation be a meat offering, bake it in the frying pan. It shall be made of fine flour with oil.
Fine flour with what?
With oil.
What that sound? What is that? Yeah. Flour with oil. The Most High like that fried chicken. See? Hey, I'm a child of the Most High. All right.
We bear witness.
Huh?
We bear witness.
And white people can't fry chicken for nothing. You know what I'm saying? We fried that chicken up, that good quail and all of that. All right. So so let's go from there. So all of that was done in the temple. Let's get Exodus 40 and 17. Exodus chapter 40, verse 17. So I want y'all to get a good understanding. We only got a couple more. I want you guys to get a good understanding of the tabernacles. And I want y'all to have fun tonight. Huh?
Yeah,
All
wow.
right, we're gonna have a good time tonight, you know, in representation of what our forefathers and what our Lord wants us to do. All right, read.
Exodus chapter 40, verse 17. And it came to pass in the first month, in the second year, on the first day of the month, that the tabernacle was reared up.
That the what? Read it one more time.
Verse 17. And it came to pass in the first month, in the second year, on the first day of the month, that the tabernacle was reared up. And Moses reared up the tabernacle and fastened his sockets and set up the bars thereof and put the bars thereof, reared up his pillars.
Read.
And he spread abroad the tent over the tabernacle.
See that? So he spread abroad a tent. All right. So remember, a tent, tabernacle, booth, these are all the same thing. Read.
And put the covering of the tent above put the covering of the tent above upon it, as the Lord commanded Moses. And he took and put the testimony into the ark, and set the staff of the ark, and put the mercy seat above upon the ark.
So you can read on your own time for the sake of time, verse 17 all the way to verse 38, and it tells you even more detail what was in there, the mercy seat, and going into the whole nine of what was in the tabernacle. All right. So now let's get this. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of what tabernacles is really about, because I don't want you guys to miss what tabernacles is really about. Let's get Acts 7 and 44. Now that sounds good. That tabernacle and all of that we explained, it sounded real good, right? Yeah, it sounded real good, man. Most High had it going on. But is that what the Most High wanted? We're gonna find out. Let's see what the Most High wanted. 7 and 44. Let's read that.
Acts chapter 7, verse 44. Our fathers had the tabernacle of the witness in the wilderness, and he had appointed, speaking unto Moses, that he should make it according to the fashion that he had seen.
So what did our forefathers have? They had the tabernacle in the wilderness. Come on, read.
Verse 45. Which also our fathers that came after brought in with Yahushua into the possession of the Gentiles, whom God dragged out before the face of our fathers unto the days of Moses. Of the days of David. Who found favor before God and desired to find a tabernacle for God of Jacob.
Right. So the Most High had a tabernacle in the wilderness at first, in a tent, and then Solomon comes along, right after David. Read verse 47.
But Solomon built him an house.
But Solomon took the tabernacle, the Ark of the Covenant, the mercy seat, and built them a house. Right. So we went from a tent that was over the tabernacle in the wilderness to a temple, right, which Solomon built. Right. Read.
Verse 48. Howbeit the Most High dwelt not in temples made with hands.
Right. But the Most High doesn't dwell in temples made with hands. Read.
As said the prophets, heaven is my throne and earth is my footstool. What house will ye build me, said the Lord? Or what is the place of my rest? How have not my hands made all these things?
Now, do y'all understand what's being said here? There's nothing that you can make to hold the Most High. There's nothing. Even though he commanded us to do it, right? There's a deeper meaning of tabernacles. The Most High said, there's nothing that you can make that can hold me. The tabernacle sound real good and beautiful inside, don't it? Most High said, that ain't even nothing to hold me. That ain't nothing. You err to even think that was something that can hold me. Also, I said, no, that's not what he desired. He said he didn't desire that, right? Let's read that verse one more time.
Verse 49. Heaven is my throne and earth is my footstool. What house will you build me?
Who gonna build something for the Most High? That's why in the Transfiguration, when I forgot what two disciples was there, I think it was Peter and somebody else in the Transfiguration, and they asked Christ, they said, you want us to bring you some booths, some tents, some tabernacle. They wanted to set it up for Yahushua. I think it was Moses and Elijah. And they didn't know what they was talking about. Like, what are you talking about? Like, y'all don't get what y'all even saying. The point is, the Most High, you can't make nothing for the Most High to dwell in. You can't make nothing for the Most High to live in. That's nothing. It was a representation of something, right?
So was Solomon wrong for building?
He wasn't wrong for doing it, but it was a representation of what Christ came to later show us. You understand? Remember, the Most High, we can't build a house. Is the Most High confined to the reality we confined to? Not at all. So he don't need no house and build. He said, man, earth is my footstool. So
this is Solomon talking. Salakia.
go ahead.
This is right here. This is Solomon. Luke, I think, who wrote Acts, he's quoting Solomon. He's quoting First Kings. So Solomon is saying that. Solomon is the one that's writing this and narrating this, saying the Most High. You want me to make a temple for you? Are you serious? You like what? Like I can't. Like the heavens and the heavens can't even contain you. You want me to make a heaven on earth? That's what he's saying. So keep that in
There's
mind.
and there's no place that can hold the Most High. Period. There's no place. So let's go from there, and let's get the understanding. So where does he dwell? Where does the Most High dwell? In us? Are you sure?
Brick by brick by brick by brick by brick by brick.
Where
We make the building.
let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go to First Corinthians 3:9. Let's get it. Let's see what the Most High did.
I gotta bring up my new Bible, man. These pages trash.
3:9.
1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 9. For we are laborers together with the Most High.
Now I want y'all to hear this, right? It says we are laborers together with the Most High. So aren't we laborers in here? We're laboring, right? What are we laboring to do? Let's read.
Ye are the Most High's husbandry.
Uh-huh.
Ye are God's building.
We are what?
God's building.
We are God's building. What does that mean? Huh? That means we the temple. Now, you can be like, yeah, he dwells in us. Yeah, simple. No, it's not that deep. Because does he really dwell in you? If you got any hatred, malice, envy, anger, he don't dwell in that temple. We can easily be like, yeah, he's in us now. Yeah, he's in me. No, is he? Not if you got envy, hate, fornication, all the works of the flesh, we're gonna get it. The Most High ain't dwelling in that temple. If you see how decked out the temple was and the tabernacle was, now look at your tabernacle and see, is it decked out like that? Does it smell like frankincense and myrrh, or does it smell like pork? Now, some of y'all might be like, well, I don't eat pork. No, I'm saying that the sin in you would smell like pork. You giving pork oblations. In the spirit. I don't eat pork. No, but you still giving pork oblations in the spirit. The Most High said, I don't dwell in that. So the Most High is asking you, do you really have a temple with the Most High God? Is he really dwelling in you? Now that's a code. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say, each of us represents, that comes into the truth and keeps the commandment, represents a brick.
Absolutely.
That built all together the building, and he dwells in the middle of Israel.
Come. Absolutely. That's why Christ said he's the what? The chief cornerstone. Because there's a spirit, there's supposed to be a representation, right, happening here in the spirit. Let's keep reading. Watch this. So we are God's building. Read. Well, we try to who God's building in here? It's all right. Don't gotta raise your hand. Don't raise your hand. Think about it within yourself. And if you gotta build yourself up, let's clean ourselves up. Let's sweep this building out. Let's throw away the garbage. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it ready for the Most High. It's all good. If you sitting in these seats, you got a chance for him to be your builder. All right, so you should be happy with that. And we're gonna try to make it a clean tabernacle for him. Read.
Verse 10, according to the grace of the Most High, which is given unto me as a wise master builder.
Now, why did Paul call himself a wise master builder? Because he making a whole bunch of tabernacles by bringing people into the gospel. You're like, I'm a wise master builder. He said, what? Solomon built one temple. Oh, I built thousands.
If I say so myself.
Paul said, I'm a master builder. Paul was a little cocky a little bit. Huh?
He was talking that talk.
But he put that work in though. Paul said, let's read it one more time. What did he say?
Verse 10, according to the grace of the Most High.
And then notice how he gave the Most High glory first before he talked that talk. He said, all glory to the Most High. But, read, what's what he said?
Which is given unto me.
He said, but he gave me this gift, read.
As a wise master.
He said, I'm a wise master builder. So it's okay to be confident, brothers. Paul was, right? But he gave Christ the honor, right? Read.
I have laid the foundation.
He said, I laid the foundation, read.
And another builder thereon.
He said, it's cool. You know, I plant the seed, I lay the foundation, and another brother might build upon that foundation. Somebody might be watching this video, find the truth watching this video. That's the foundation that's laid. And then they run into some brothers, get a part of that body, and then they build on that foundation. That's what Paul's talking about. Paul is a master, but he's like, I'm a builder, man. I'm a mason. You know, a 33rd degree mason. Y'all not real masons. We masons. We spiritual masons. We the real masons. You understand what I'm saying? We the real grandmaster builders, right? Read.
I have laid the foundation, and another builder thereon. But let every man take heed how he builded thereupon.
You see that? He says, let every man take heed how he builded thereupon. So what are you guys doing to help somebody build their tabernacles? What are you guys doing? What work are you putting in? What work are y'all putting in? Me and this brother, we trying to put in as much work as we can. We trying to be master builders, man. What work you gonna put in? What work you gonna put in to build God's temple? Through the children of the Most High. That's how you do it. Sisters, y'all too. What work are y'all putting in when sisters come in here and they got to be built up under the Most High? What work are you putting in? What building are you playing? What piece of the building do you play a part in? You understand? Everybody is a part of God's building and His temple. Read.
Verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, verse 12. Mm-hmm. Now, if any man build upon this foundation gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, stubble.
He said, if you build upon this foundation, you building with gold. So imagine building a house, a brick house, but not a, y'all ever seen a brick? I know we in LA, but if you go like any coal area, anything, you see brick houses. They got brick houses. Imagine a brick gold house. So Paul said, when you build upon this foundation, you building upon with gold. Right? So all these words that we giving to the brothers and sisters, we building upon with gold. He said, in the spirit, this is what we using to build God's house in your body, inside of you. Read.
Verse 13. Every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it.
Says every man's work is going to be made manifest on that great day. Read.
Because it shall be revealed by fire, and the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is. If any man's work abide which he had built thereupon, he shall receive a reward.
So now there's a reward coming for you, brothers and you sisters, if y'all build and it stays, and you build upon a solid foundation. If you build upon a solid foundation, he says it's going to be a reward for the end times. Right? Read.
Verse 15. If any man's work shall be burned, he shall suffer loss. But he himself shall be saved, yet so as by fire.
So even though we putting in work, right? It's not guaranteed that anybody might stay in the truth or fall out the truth, but we put in that work and we gonna be saved. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not up to me to say if any of brother in here is gonna stay in the truth or sister is gonna stay in the truth. That's not my business. My business is to build inside of you. We always talk about husbandry and building and building and building, but what are we really building? We got to build inside of ourselves. Watch this. Read.
Verse 16. Know ye not that ye are the temple of the Most High?
We are the what?
We are the temple of the Most High.
You are the temple of the Most High. You are the temple of the Most High. You are the temple. We are the temple of the Most High. So you got to be careful with what your temple consumes. Not just physically on what you eat, but what you intake in your ears, what you watch, all of that, the whole nine. You are the temple of the Most High God. The Most High God dwells in you. Now, how solid are we that the Most High is dwelling in us? How solid are we? How confident can we say the Most High is dwelling within us in our temples? Is it sweet? Is it clean? Right? Or is it like what the analogy Christ gave when a demon goes out of a person, when he comes back, he finds it swept and garnished. Then he brings 7 more spirits to tear up that temple inside of you, right? The Most High is showing you something. It's our bodies, right? Let's read.
And that the spirit of the Most High dwelleth in you. If any man defile the temple of the Most High, he shall the Most High destroy, For the temple of the Most High is holy, which temple ye are.
So Paul's asking you, what temple are you? He said the temple of the Most High God is holy. So let me ask y'all this. Think about it yourself. Paul's asking you a question. So what temple are you? If you had to think about it for yourself right now, what temple would you be? Are you the temple of the Most High God? That's for you to think about. All right. The Most High said, look, I can't dwell in no wicked place. So if your temple is not clean, you think I'm dwelling inside of you?
Can I get that piece?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Pocket for right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Let's get that. Yeah, let's get that. Was you bringing it out?
I was, but go ahead.
Okay,
Yeah, Wisdom Solomon.
Yeah, in the spirit of what my brother said. Let's get Wisdom of Solomon. Yeah, he already did.
In the spirit.
Let's get Wisdom of Solomon chapter 1, verse 3.
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 1, verse 3. Let's read. For forward thoughts separate from the Most High.
What is forward thoughts, Yodi?
Positive thoughts.
No. Absolutely. Thoughts contrary to the Most High. Wickedness, right? Forward thoughts, right? Anything that's wicked and contrary to the Spirit separates you from the Heavenly Father. Watch this. Read.
For forward thoughts separate from the Most High, and his power, when it is tried, reprove the unwise. For into a malicious soul wisdom shall not enter.
That's what my brother Roch's was letting y'all know, right? For a malicious soul, right? Wisdom, the Spirit, all the holy attributes cannot enter. He's too precious. The Father cannot dwell his holy temple. He cannot dwell his Holy Spirit in a defiled temple. This is why your house has to be clean. This is why Ratazan lessons is always about cleaning that spiritual house, right? Because you look good, right? You got your holy garment, you fringed out, you got your philanthropies like you know what I mean, like the Pharisees and the Sadducees, but you wicked as hell, man. You wicked as hell, Israel, right? I love y'all, but y'all niggas wicked, man. I see it all the time. Every week is some bullshit. Excuse my language. Every week on Facebook. Every week it's a new doctrine. I mean, you brothers is not study, bro. Shut up. Do your works. Get your spirit in check, man. Y'all should stop being robots. Stop regurgitating what you see the bosses in Israel do. You're not Guerrilla Hebrew. You're not Sabak. You're not Naquan. You're not Ratazan, all right? Find your lane and stick to that. Study. Remember the Lord told you be quiet at Thessalonians and study. You see what I'm saying? Read.
For into a malicious soul wisdom shall not enter, nor dwell in the body that is subject unto sin.
See, if you sin and the Father ain't with you, right? If you continue in sin, the Father's Spirit is definitely not with you. And you in danger of becoming a reprobate. That's a man. Have you ever seen a reprobate out? It's scary, man. Because they not aware of it. They think they still in this. Remember what Rata was telling you last week? Everybody that he seen and he dealt with, because he's been doing this for a while, that did not take Day of Atonement serious, are they with us right now? And in their mind, they think they are. I got out of a coat. I dodged the bullet. Reprobates, they finish. This is what the Most High was talking. I can't dwell in you, man. If you're going to willfully sin when I'm telling you not to do it, I ain't telling you this. Me and Ratazan is this vessel. The Father is speaking through us to y'all. So when y'all deny us, y'all deny him, not me. That's why we'll be on the street corner. I'll be like, hey, bro, you ain't denying me, man. You have a shot. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to bring that out real quick.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna finish that off. Subject unto sin, verse 5. For the Holy Spirit of discipline will flee deceit and remove from thoughts that are without understanding, and will not abide when unrighteousness cometh in. So the Most High not dwelling in your temple when you allow unrighteous thoughts into your mind. When you allow unrighteous thoughts into your mind, and thoughts that's not of the Most High, and thoughts of giving excuses to not keep the laws of the Most High God, right? That temple was not clean. Let's read this. Let's get two more. Let's get John chapter 2, verse 19. So we do this as a representation of what's supposed to be happening to our spirit. All right.
John chapter 2, verse 19. Yahushua answered and said unto them, destroy this temple, and in 3 days I will raise it up.
So what was Christ talking about? He said, destroy this temple, and in what?
and in 3 days I will rise up.
He said in 3 days he will rise up. What temple was he talking about? Talking about his body. Right, read.
Then said the Jews, 46 years was this temple in building, and wilt thou rear it up in three days? But he spake of the temple of his body. When therefore he was risen from the dead, his disciples remembered that he had said unto them, and they believed the scriptures and the word Yahushua had said.
See, the Pharisees were so carnal, they didn't even understand that Christ was talking about it. It was your body the whole time. It was your mind and your spirit the whole time. Because if you fix your spirit, what need is there for Allah to punish you for your sins? That's the whole point. Fix your spirit. That was the point from the beginning. I don't care about your burnt offerings and your sacrifices. Fix your spirit. If you fix your spirit, is there any sin? No. There can't be. So Christ was telling you, look, y'all missed the mark, Pharisees. It's about your spirit. Yes, we do the law is a representation of what's supposed to happen within inside of you. See, that's why we in the changing live business, right? Me and my brother was talking about it the other day. We got brothers from all over the country that want to be a part of BOW. All praises to the Most High. But me and this brother took a vow. We only want people that really want to change their life for Christ. We don't want to just make a whole bunch of vows everywhere. I don't care to have a whole bunch of bow Tennessee, bow Kansas City, bow here, bow here. But if they ain't really bow, if they ain't really believers of the way, I don't want to believers of the way in Tennessee. I got to try your spirit first. This is not, I could be in here with 5 people that really are believers of the way, and I'm fine with that. We are not creating camps just to have a whole bunch of camps everywhere. No. I don't care to have camps every goddamn where. I want people that really want to change lives. We in a changing lives business here. Really, though, in your heart. Because if we ain't changing your life, I don't care how well you can break down the scriptures. If you still a fornicator, that's a problem. And I don't care how well you might know whatever you think you might know. If you ain't got it right in here, then that's a problem. And I don't want to build with you. Remember, we got to build our house, right? So it starts with here. This is the foundation, family. BOW, this is the foundation. How is our foundation going to be, right? Depends on the foundation. It has to be strong because that depends on if the house is going to stand or not. If the foundation is not strong, what happens to the house? It falls. That's with everything. So if I want to fix our foundation first. Let me change some of y'all lives in here first with the scriptures. Then my hopes is to go and do that around the rest of the world. But really change, though. We don't want to just say we changing or say we Israelites. That's not enough. I want brothers really to change in their hearts. That's why we be so on it the way we on it. Brother, where you at? Brother, what we doing? What we there? Brothers, be on it. Brothers, stay on it. Stay in the spirit. Why y'all think we keep doing lessons on the fruits of the spirit? Here go another lesson on the fruits of the spirit. If you feel that way, you ain't got the fruits of the spirit in you. To be honest, that's all Paul talked about was your spirit. Your spirit ain't right, then nothing's gonna be right. So that's why we stress that, right?
He talked about his spirit all the time.
Come on.
All the time. We are really trying to build people to be really followers of Christ, right? That's why our mantra is John 14:6. We are believers of the way. We can't be believers of the way and we dealing with fornication. We can't be the believers of the way and we still turning up in the clubs. We can't be believers of the way and we got a head wrap on, but we still twerking. No, that true story. You got sisters, and maybe the sisters don't know, but you got sisters on Facebook. Sarah, daughter of Zion, and she got a picture with her titties out and her butt out. That just because you got Bon Yasharala in your name and you're a fornicator, you are not an Israelite, bro.
That's a fact. I see that. I be wondering. I'm like, who's their teachers? Like,
Bon son Yasharala of the Most High. I don't care how fabulous your name is.
Remember, young boy? Remember when you asked the brother? I seen when you asked him. He throwing up beads. He doing all this. He doing all this, and I'm like, bro, do you know that you gotta leave that shit in the world, bro? You gotta leave that. You gotta leave that in the world, bro. Who's your teacher? Yeah, and it's confusing. It is confusing. It's Babylon. That's Babylon. That's why you know we in Babylon. It's confusing. You throwing up big beads, but you got on fringes. You say you love the Most High, and you got menorahs and all that in the background. You confusing yourself. Huh? Leave the world alone, Israel. Trust me. This place is way safer.
We got to really keep this word, man. We really trying to change people's lives in here. It's not a game. And if you really want to change your life will change for the better, man. We was talking today, man. The scriptures can change your life. You struggling with whatever hardship you struggling with in your life can change instantly if you keep these scriptures. And anytime your life is going haywire, then it might be something that you got to fix in your life. And there are occasions where the Most High is trying you through the furnace, but you will make it out. So we really trying to who really trying to follow Christ in here? The Christians couldn't do it. Some of our Israelite brothers can't do it. So who gonna stand up and really be that good representation of Christ? Yeah, a lot of our own people, 2/3. Jake be talking about 2/3, not understanding that 2/3 might be some Jake that know the Israelite. Didn't Christ say, "Didn't I prophesy in your name? Didn't I do this?" He said, "Get away from me because I never knew you." Don't matter how many views you getting on Facebook.
That narrow path is narrow.
It's a narrow path.
Narrow.
So we trying to make our tabernacles clean. So for these next 8 days, think about that. Think about your inside. Think about your heart. Are you really here because you really want to serve the Most High? Or are you just here for a pastime? Are you here because your sister here? Are you here because your husband here? Are you here because your wife is here? Are you here because your brother is here? Are you just here because of a pastime? Are you here because you don't want to be the odd one out in your family? Why are you really here? Examine yourself and clean your tabernacle. It's time to change, right? We're not out here just trying to be Israelites for the show of it. You know, everybody want to be an Israelite because Kendrick Lamar said, "I ain't black no more." Nah, we Israelites because we really know that we have to change in our hearts. Let's get one more. Let's go to Mark 13:1. So who really trying to change? Who really trying to change? Peace, love, joy, all the fruits of the Spirit. Now that's a good smelling tabernacle. Mark 13:1.
Mark chapter 13, verse 1. And as he went out of the temple, one of his disciples said unto him, "Master, see what manner of stones and what building are here."
Look at that. Master, look at this beautiful temple, Master. Look at this beautiful temple out here. Look at all the stones and the pressures. Look how we got the temple looking all nice, right? It was too carnal. They didn't even understand what the temple was supposed to represent. Read.
Verse 2. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, "See thou these great buildings?"
Let me let you understand. Let's understand how much the Most High care about that beautiful physical carnal temple that they were talking about. How much did he care about it? Read.
There shall not be left one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down.
Why did he say he was going to destroy it? Because he didn't care about it. He said, man, it's going to be destroyed. It's not going to be one stone that's going to be left. Is it one stone in Jerusalem right now? There ain't nothing there.
A whole lot of idolatry.
You got the mosque, the Muslim mosque there. Yeah. Most High said, I'm going to destroy it because he wants you to know that your temple is where? Yeah. He said, I'm gonna give you a temple that you can that no man can take from you. That's inside of you. That's your spirit. And then when you overcome, guess what tabernacle I'm gonna make for you? I'm gonna give you a celestial tabernacle. That's another lesson in itself. You understand? Read.
Verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, that's what we can do. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives over against the temple, Peter and James and John and Andrew asked him privately, "Tell us, when shall these things be?"
Right, so we can end it there. So the Most High desires you as his temple. Who wants to be the Most High's temple? You know what that costs? Be careful what you put inside of your temple. Be careful what you watch. Be careful what you say. Be careful with what you think. Be careful with your thoughts. Be careful of what you allow in your mind. Be careful, because anytime you allow, what did we read in that Wisdom of Solomon? The Most High is not dwelling in you if you have any of those things inside of you. Hatred, malice, evil, fornication, wickedness, anything of those nature. You might not do it outwardly. I might be the best person outwardly, but if I have any of those things inside of my heart, God is not dwelling in me. All right. So with that being said, happy Feast of Tabernacles. Shalom family online. Love y'all. I hope everybody was edified. Make sure you clean your temple. Make sure you clean your tabernacle with the fruits of the spirit and the Mashiach. All right. All praises to the Most High. Make sure you have your booths for 7 days. Dwelling booths from 7 days from this point, from the night, from this evening all the way, 7 days complete. And then that last 8th day, make sure that you have a holy convocation. All right. So let me get the dates for y'all. Let me see. I wanna before I log off, I want you guys to let me get the dates. Shemai family, Shemai. Let me get him online the dates. Shemai family, hold on family. Shemai. Let me get the people online the dates for Tabernacle. So Tabernacles will be from tonight. All right, the last day of Tabernacles is on the 8th. Okay, at even, right? Next month. The 8th at even next month. The 10th, right? Yeah, it's October.
Now, what condemnation parties like that?
Huh?
All these days hard in between, you know, the days of the Lord. We got all these days of party in our tents.
Yep. So yeah. So family. So from the 30th all the way to the 8th, okay, it's gonna be Tabernacles. All right. From the 30th, from tonight all the way to the 8th. Okay. And family, email us believers of the way. 144 Yahweh Shai.
144. Believers of the Way 144K at Gmail.
Okay, Believers of the Way 144K at gmail.com. If you want the dates for all of the feast days, email us and we're going to give you the dates. All right, email us Believers of the Way 144K, all right, at gmail.com. Shalom, family.